We are in Derby with my mate Scott, big vlogger on YouTube, and we're in one of his client's projects, which he's just taking the keys for.
Yes.
Now is this technically Derby? Are we still in Derby?
It's Long Eaton. It's about 10-15 minutes. It's like between Derby and Nottingham, right in the middle. I'd say more classically. Yeah, like a wee sandwich, isn't it? It's probably like more classed as Nottingham than it is Derby.
Okay. No Article 4.
Yes.
For people who do not know, an Article 4 directive is what a local council can put in place, and it basically removes your permitted development right to take a property from a C3 to a C4, which you're allowed to do outside of Article 4. It removes that. Any HMO needs to have planning permission.
Yeah, pretty much. Like some of the rules you can have, it's like not more than 20% of the houses in a 200-metre radius can be HMOs and stuff. Yeah. So basically it separates the men from the boys. I mean, we've got a project, can't say it yet, it's still in conveyancing, but it is 5 studios, 1 double ensuite, but it was previously a HMO for 20 years, a 4-bed, so it wasn't so hard, navigating through that when it's already a HMO.
So with that sort of stuff, you get grandfather rights because it was previously a HMO, and if you can prove with tenancies and that sort of stuff, you will get grandfathered into an Article 4 area, which is what a lot of investors do. Like ourselves, you'll target somewhere that you think's up and coming, will soon be Article 4, but maybe there's a couple of year runway and you think, right, let's get in there, let's get the grandfather rights, let's get some tenancies, let's get some good assets there, and then when it does go over, you'll get grandfathered in.
Definitely. I mean, like a year ago now, the Article 4 got announced for Derby, but I remember the months leading up to it, there were whispers of it. So like the market, like people were starting to pay a bit more and stuff. As soon as it got announced, like the market just goes ballistic, and it's across the board. So I was speaking to someone from an estate agent that I won't name, but he was saying, like, let's say the property goes for 160, that's the value of it. They throw it on for 180 and it'll go for 190 because all HMO conversion investors were coming to get it in before Article 4. It was insane. And then solicitors are backlogged, architects backlogged, structural engineers are backlogged, builders are backlogged. Builders increase their fees because the demand is so high, which is business, it's fair enough. So like, oh shit. So across the board, it can be chaos if you hear that an area is getting Article 4, getting the property, like long term, it'll be really good. It's an ideal asset to have. Just be prepared that you may get emotional when putting in offers. You may get like, fuck, I'll just put in 200. You end up negotiating against yourself. It's listed for 180. I'll do 185. Yeah, but like my last offer didn't get accepted. I'll do 190. By the end of your argument with yourself, you've increased your offer by like 15 grand. You can get like really emotional about it.
Yeah, and that's Article 4, and that's what's happening in Derby. So it's coming in the start of May. So yeah, that's something. Yeah, I mean, you can purchase stock already running in Article 4 and add value to it. But yeah, to take it through the process within Article 4, yeah, it's definitely, you need to be more experienced, don't you? And you need to understand the plan side.
And you've got to be like really on the ball as well, because the pressure is there throughout the build. Like the big pro is you get a property that's in Article 4, phenomenal. But pressure throughout the build, things come up. Things will come up. Will it push us over it? What do we need to do? And how can we pull back time? The pressure, you've got to remain like level-headed throughout of it, because you can easily just snap. And then it's like a, what would you call it? Like a pressure cooker. But it's worth it, I'd say. No Article 4, I can see it happening though, because a lot of Article 4 is coming into Derby, and that's like got rid of a lot of investors, and they're flooding over here now. So we'll do like a couple here, but it's probably going to get like oversaturated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So let's have a little nose around. So this originally was a 2-bed, 3-bed?
It was, still is. Let me think, 1-2 bed. Okay, we'll start off with this room. So this one is a studio, and basically we are putting doors here in the alleyway. So these houses, like they're built in twos. You can see it's like 2 house, 2 house, 2 house for the whole way down. So this side here has like a full-blown alleyway, which means that we can put alleyway doors here, and this is a studio. But because there's no hallway there, this whole room is going to be a studio rather than a bigger property where you have like a hallway and a room. So that front door will be changed, but it'll be accessed by the tenant for this room, so they'll have like exclusive access to this one.
And then add in the other front door. Is that PD?
Yes. So you got that front. We'll have like 2 alleyway doors. So it'll be an alleyway door there and an alleyway door just about here. So they'll have access through the alleyway through to here, and we'll be doing a spiral staircase. So it'll be like a U-shaped staircase, getting rid of this staircase here, and that means we can generate more space. So it'll be going up the center of the house, and behind it, so behind the staircase there, because the doors are here, is going to be the ensuite to that studio there. So this space that I'm standing in right now will be converted into like an ensuite. And yeah, you can just go up the staircase but from the other side. And this is the kitchen. So the kitchen will be like a U-shaped, be going around that way, all the way around for mainly 3 tenants, because 3 tenants will have their own kitchens. So it doesn't have to be as big, but it's going to be a decent size for them, which is good.
And then chimney breasts going, saving space, yeah?
Yes, so chimney breasts on all of our properties, chimney breasts are going. But what's good about this one is like there's an alleyway on that side, so it's not going to cause like too much hassle for the neighbours. So this chimney breast is going, that chimney breast is going, and the floors are being raised as well because I'm 6'5", and these are really high ceilings.
They are, yeah.
So they're going to be dropped to about 2.35, 2.4.
Okay.
2.35 annoys the plasterers because I have to chop every sheet of plasterboard.
Right, the board, yeah.
So sometimes we do 2.4, but this will get lowered. The top floor will get lowered, and there'll be all new floors, and that means we can get more space in the loft for those rooms. So through here will be double ensuite. And what we're going to be doing is extending this a few meters that way, and then the end of the house there we're going to be extending up to about here.
Okay.
And that creates all the space for this double ensuite here. It's quite a small garden, so we can't do a big extension, which is why it's a double ensuite. Normally, some of our other projects we do like 6 meter extensions. Bit overkill if it's a small if it's a big property, but if it's a small one, we get that space. But then we can get the studio in, you know. So this one is just going to be a double ensuite, but quite a lot of extending going on. Nice. And what we look for is this. So like the shape of the house, if you look at bird's eye view, it's like an L shape. So it's called the outrigger, and it's on the ground and first floor. So it opens up opportunity to do like extensions, so we can get an extra room. Yeah. And it also opens up opportunity to do the loft conversion and build an L-shaped dormer to bring up the floor space. Yeah.
Which is where you go from the patching the 2 beds, and you can ramp up that GDV because you've got extra.
Yeah,
space.
Definitely. Obviously, more studios, the higher the GDV, but sometimes you've got to consider, is it worth doing more studios, you know? Because sometimes it can cost more, cause a lot more headache. If it works really good as a 4 double en-suites and 2 studios, and you're really happy with the numbers, then you may not want to risk like really small studios or something. You just don't know. Depends on the property. But whipping out the floor plans again, I need to work on my memory, man. honestly.
It's not a test, mate.
It feels like it. I've got you standing there staring at me. Hey, 2 studios. So this one is going to be a studio. The staircase is a spiral staircase that goes up, and the ensuite is going to be tucked for this one behind it. So the ensuite is going to be here, and let's see, the kitchen sometimes changes. What I've noticed about all of our projects is the floor plans change because certain things come up, or rooms turn out to be smaller, rooms turn out to be bigger, and sometimes the layout, if you have an interior designer and they're like, oh, it just works better over here for this reason, and you just change it. But for now, the kitchen is over here and the bed is over there, so it may change, may not change. Don't know.
And that's probably a piece of feedback for all these projects, is the plan and the reality are 2 vastly different things that sometimes aren't even friends.
It's a tough one because like things change all the time. But for example, we done another project, and when we stripped it all the way back and started putting the stud work in, and you start getting a really good feel for like the new rooms, you start to see, oh, maybe we could like, if one room's like 18 square meters or 17 square meters, but one is like 8 square meters and it's right on the line, you could be like, oh, I could push this like ensuite back that way, or move the ensuite from the other side so it's like back to back with the other ensuite, and then you create a lot more space. You just push the other ensuite back, you know, and you get like an extra couple square meters. So like one comes up to about 9 or 10, so that's good for the tenant, and the other one drops to like, I don't know, 15, 16, so it's still a good sized room, you know, so you're not compromising the amount of studios you've got, but it's better for the tenants, it's better for you, you know, it just translates into like a better room. And enough of that. This is why it's called Project Madagascar. You know, I put it on Instagram, the people spoke, and that's it. This is we're now in, I want to say studio. It is a studio. So this wall here will be coming down. This wall here will be coming down. So it'll be one big room, including that hallway down there. So it'll be a big room there, and then around that corner, we'll go through there. That's where the ensuite's going to go.
Ah, for this, yeah.
Yeah. So all these floors are being lowered. You can see like the floor level changes here, and I believe through here the floor level changes. So you don't really want that in like bedrooms and stuff. It smells like shit in here, I can't lie. That toilet doesn't work. But yeah, we bring all the floors down so it's all the same level. And this will be like the ensuite, like from here onwards will be the ensuite.
And then
this bedroom.
It's probably going to be same again in the dormer, L-shaped dormer.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 double ensuites up there because there was a studio downstairs, 2 studios here, and I think it's double ensuites up there.
Yeah.
But I'll show you through here what we kind of do if it gets like a good angle. So because like we got the outrigger there, it's like a 2-story one. We can then do the L-shaped dormer. L-shaped dormers aren't always required, but for this one, because it's a small property, we can do the L-shaped dormer to add the amount of space because it's only to add space.
Yeah.
You know, some people like you can get a project that's like 120 square meters, but because you don't need to do the L-shaped dormer as an extension, you can offer higher, so it kind of opens you up to like a different like price bracket. You know, there are only things we do to add space to bring it up to about 120 square meters. I think this one's sitting at about 80, 78, 80, so it's a small one, so we're doing a lot to add space. But yeah, I think that's that one. Yeah.
Nice. Project Madagascar. Let's go.